Hey everybody, welcome back to My Slice of Heaven. I'm Joey, and I just wanted to give you a quick update on the chestnuts that I started growing. If you remember, I had a video where I stratified the chestnuts, and you can see that in this corner right here, I believe. I started stratifying them last winter around the October, November, December time frame, and I took them out of the refrigerator this year in 2022, shortly after our last frost date, which was mid-April time frame. And since then, the trees, some of these trees, you can see these ones right here, are well over 3 foot tall. I actually had to extend my cage up because they were growing so well this year. Some of the trees in the little pots, they're growing really good, but they're looking really good. I planted these trees in right around April 15th, I believe. We've had a severe drought here. The trees still look pretty good, but I'll show you in a second. I have some trees over here that got a little bit of sun damage. As you can see, some of the trees in these smaller pots here, and I'm guessing because the smaller pot they dry out so fast, but I try to keep them wet and watered. But you can see some of the browning on these leaves, and it looks like a lot in there, but it's really only like 3 or 4 trees that are doing that. And that's just from where the leaves have dried out due to the drought and the wind that we've been having. Now recently we did have over 9 inches of rain in a 12-hour period. We had some severe flooding here in the St. Louis area, but that was after 2 months of drought conditions and temperatures at or over 100 degrees for nearly 2 months. Now you'll also notice this cage here is a little empty. That's just because I've been selling some of the trees this year, hoping to sell a lot more before this year's over. You can see here where the trees are actually coming through my wire mesh. But most of these trees are looking really healthy. They're really nice. I know it's hard to see through the cage, but you can see the understory of the trees here. Now these trees right here were some nuts that I had got, Chinese chestnuts I had gotten, that did not come from a specific named cultivar, and I just thought I would give them a try. And you can see they're not quite as tall as the trees on this side, and these trees over here are seedlings from named cultivars. Like you'll see that says GID, that's actually from a Gideon cultivar. PER is from Perry. We have some all supers in here. That's what the AU is. ACE is an American Chinese European hybrid. We have some of those in this cage, and you'll see this front row is all ACE. These nuts came from the ACE cultivar tree. But today I just wanted to show you how they're doing, and we'll get around and show you the ones in the back here in a minute. But for right now, I need to water these trees. So we're expected to have another 100-degree day here, and this morning is pretty breezy, and that helps to dry out these trees. So I'm going to go ahead and give them a good water, and I like to spray the tops of the trees, and then I also try to get underneath the canopy directly onto the soil. You can really see how much taller the left side of this cage is than the right. here we are around back, and I'll get you a wider picture of this in a minute. But these are 4-foot cages. Some of the trees back here on this level here are the first ones I planted this year. They were actually in my 3-foot cage, which is in the front right here. And I had to build a 4-foot cage because they were already hitting the top of my 3-foot cage early this year. Trees are growing a lot better this year than they have in the past for me. Don't know why. Other than I did switch to a taller pot this year. They seem to just grow better overall in the backyard. They hardly get any morning sun back here. They usually get afternoon sun. Don't know if that has something to do with it or not. But let me get you a wider picture of these cages. So guys, I have about 500 trees back here. You can see they're looking pretty good, looking pretty healthy. We have a bunch of different seedlings from different cultivars. Like on the left here we have Yixian Large, we have Black Satin, we have Schlarbaum, we have a Peach, we have All Super, Pandora, Eaton, Nanking, Ching, Ace, Perry. I believe I know there's Pain in there somewhere, but we specifically chose 10 different kinds to plant this year. But just look how healthy these trees are. And again guys, some of these trees are almost hitting the top of my 4-foot cage also. Now most of the trees in this cage right here will be going in our orchard. Let's go ahead and give them a drink of water. While I got you out here guys, there's my elderberry that I rooted this year. There's a whole row up there, 2 partial rows back there. They're looking pretty good, and I'm hoping to get them in the ground this fall. Here are some trees I planted in 5-gallon pots this year. The bugs really tore these trees up. They've been having a hard time. You can see where the sun and wind has dried this one out. Same here. Now this tree here though, this tree is actually a Gideon. You can see I got the name right there. This tree actually lost all its leaves during that drought, and then they came back. It's got some nice new growth on it. The bugs have really been tearing this one up also. And over here, these front 2 trees right here, they're Paw Paws. And then if you look back, I don't know if you can pick this up or not. Not the next little pots, they were plums and peaches that never grew. But the little pot behind that, that's underneath the chestnuts, those are all Paw Paws, and there's 12 Paw Paws growing there. These trees right here are not doing too great, and that's my fault. They should have been in bigger pots. They should have been transplanted to bigger pots by now, and I just haven't done it. So that's on me, the reason they're not doing too well. And I'm thinking that they're really root bound right now, so I don't know whether it would be worth to transplant them or not. But I'll check them out when I get ready to store them away for the winter, and if the roots aren't too bad, then I'll put them in a bigger pot and pack some soil around them to help keep the roots from freezing over winter. Well guys, that's all I have for today. Just a quick update showing you what I got going on. Wanted to show you how well the trees are doing. I did cut that branch off of that peach. I did a video on that earlier this year too. It'll be right here. It was dying on me, and I'll spin you around in a minute. I actually cut that branch off, and it seemed to have some of the growth came back this year. You can see the peach tree right there, and it's looking a lot better than it did. Still not looking as good as it did originally, but it's looking better than what it was doing the beginning of the spring. I've also been noticing these little holes on my tree. And I'll try to get a picture of it. Right there. And there was quite a few of them, and you can see them right here. There's like a whole row of them. If you know what that is, let me know. Well guys, if you know what those holes are on my peach tree, let me know. They actually had what looked like some sort of fungus growing out of those holes at one point. Now it just looks like they're oozing with something. It's always wet there at those holes on that peach tree. But that's all I got going on today, guys. I just wanted to give you a quick update on how the chestnut trees, the elderberry was doing. Like I said, I'm happy with the Paw Paws I got growing. Hopefully they're slow growers. My potted trees that I just showed you, the ones I said didn't look all that great, the ones I transplanted to the bigger pots, I think they'll be fine. Should probably just have to wait till next year. The root bound trees that are in the small pots, let me know if it's worth transplanting those to bigger pots, or should I just chuck them? They've been in them little pots for like 2 years now. But that's going to be it, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Maybe you didn't like the video, but you just like me, give me a thumbs up. And until next time, you all have a great day.